I know, chasing that dough, hitting that road, getting that money, man. All I know, loading that foe, kicking down doors, getting that money, man. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it Grizzly. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it Grizzly.
You are now tuned into the Boxing Bros. I'm Caden. I'm here with my co-host.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Commissioner, Trill Dollar Bill.
This is G. Salute to Australia.
And it's your boy. Oh.
Hey, dog, don't interrupt. G, that was about to go in.
It was. Hey, yo, come on, G. Like you said, this is G. That's it.
Forgive me.
No, go ahead, G. My bad. I give you the floor.
It's too late.
I was anticipating.
You had no respect for your elders. It's cool. Go ahead. Proceed.
It's your boy, the Ferocious TBE. What's up, world?
So, if you haven't heard, we had one of the biggest upsets of the year last night. The 13-1 Ferocious George Kambosos came to MSG and dethroned Teofimo Lopez, becoming the unified lightweight champion of the world. And I'm gonna turn it over to Kaspira G. What was your reaction to the fight?
Man, explosive. It was a great fight. You know, Teofimo, man, I like you, bro, but your strategy was horrible. You fought too emotional. I knew this was gonna be a problem in the build-up when they were doing the like the workout, the public workouts, right? And I remember his father ran up in the ring. I think he shoved the other dad and was like, he told Teo, yo, F him up and then F his dad up. I was like, yo, this is crazy. You know, the emotional, like it just the tensions were too high. But the whole time Kambosos was like confident, the whole build-up. Like, and I was like, man, is this like a false confidence? Like, is he delusional? And I'm thinking, this is how like Australian fighters are. You know, I'm thinking all kind of stuff. But I'm like, this dude's so confident. And lo and behold, even in the fight, even in the exchanges, when Teofimo tried to take his head off, he stayed composed. He maintained the counters. He had excellent counters against Teofimo. Like he'll connect to the jab. Like Teo would throw like something, he'll just wait, easy jab, boom, caught him. I'm like, yo, what's going on with Teo? Like then as the fight progressed. You know, his tank never necessarily faded. Teo's tank faded quick. And so Teo was throwing like, you know, slower jabs, fewer punches, you know, like there was times where Teo did connect and did some things, but for the most part, a lot of those, the close rounds was kind of tough for me, but so I had to go with whoever landed cleaner shots. So that's why I gave Kambosos those rounds. But there was certain rounds I was like, all right, nah, Lopez got that just by the impact of the punches. But I literally had the same scorecard as one of the judges. I had a 115, 112 to Kambosos, and you know, for a number of reasons. He wasn't afraid to exchange. Even when he did get clipped by Lopez, he still was back in it. Even when he got dropped that round, the following round, he came back and took the round. You know, so this kid was never afraid of Teofimo. And I felt like Teofimo was just too emotional. His father didn't really have a solid game plan. You know, I felt like work behind the jab, Teo. That's all you got to do is work behind the jab to set up them punches. My man throwing haymaker hooks. I'm like, what is going on here? It was crazy. It's like, you know, when like you got built up rage, you hate somebody. It was like personal, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, this is boxing, man. So I felt like Teo did it to himself. But nonetheless, that takes nothing away from Kambosos. Kambosos, man, you did an excellent job. You know, you put Australia boxing on the map. You put Greece on the map for the boxing world. So salute to Kambosos, man. Excellent fight.
All right. The commish, Trill Dollar Bill.
Great fight. Great fight. It was a good, exciting fight. I felt that Teofimo Lopez, shout out to G. Good assessment, G. Something else I wanted to add, though. I felt like Lopez was too cocky. He came in there thinking that, you know, he was just going to go in there and take him out, you know, and had his hands down very low by his side, was being very reckless, got caught, And after that, it seemed like he was trying to find his rhythm. You know, he was trying to push the fight, but he was being wild. I'm going to follow the bouncing ball here because we got other topics, you know, talking about this. But I felt that Kambosos came and fought his fight. He fought the fight that he needed to win. You know, it was times in that fight that I thought that Lopez was going to come back and stop him. You know, Kambosos was the first one to throw a shot, and he was the last one. Even in some of these exchanges, he was the last one to land. That left hook from him was amazing. You know, it kept Teofimo Lopez honest. It seemed like sometimes he couldn't see like the overhand right hand that he was getting hit with. He was just mixing up his attack, going in, going out, boxing. He fought a good fight. Teofimo Lopez, to me, underestimated this kid. He went in there and showed disrespect. You was going to say something, my brother?
No, I thought you were finished, but the floor's still yours. Go ahead.
I feel like he underestimated this kid, and he disrespected him. He disrespected himself by not taking this kid serious. You know, and still after being hurt, he still came in there with his hands down, being cocky instead of putting his hands up. He took way too many shots in that fight, way too many punches. You know, corner, horrible job. Corner, horrible job, but we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that later. But fight was exciting. Shout out to Kambosos. Never retreat, never surrender. That's the slogan that I use and live by. He got that tatted on him, and he definitely never retreated. And he definitely didn't surrender. So shout out to Kambosos and congratulations.
Definitely had blood of a Spartan. I give him that.
All right, Ned, the TBE.
Man, shout out to Kambosos, man. Ferocious Kambosos, man. You won me over last night, man. And I'll tell you this, like I said this off air, but I did not see this in the Shelby fight. Like T.O. he really overlooked you when it came to this fight. He thought you were just some wash hype job, or not even hype job, just a bum that he was gonna run through, and you proved him wrong. You proved him wrong because, like, you know, before this, who's George Kambosos? And you let him on. I'll say this. I gave first round of Ferocious, second round of Ferocious, third round of T.O. And then after that, I gave every round to George till the ninth round where he got dropped, and then he won every other round after that. Because he just brought it to him. The exchanges, like every time, like I'm don't get me wrong, Teofimo, he came in, he was hitting him with shots, but George, similar to Usyk, every time he hit you like 3-4 punches, and he'll back up. Teofimo was just 1-2, and then he'll get caught or he'll get countered so quick, and it was a phenomenal. I loved it. I love this. This was one of my favorite fights of the year. Second to Fury and Wilder, and then I think this is top 2, top 3. Top 5. It's in my top 5 of the year. Most of them is Canelo knockouts. But yeah, yeah. So I loved it. It was a great fight. Shout out to Ferocious again for putting on for your country, yo. They're loving you right now. They're probably celebrating for the whole week because this is a spectacular win.
All right, I want to start off by saluting Ferocious Kambosos. He called the shot. He said he was going to do it, and he did it. 13-1 underdog. Not too many people. I think the odds were like if you bet 100, you'd win 6. So some people got paid, and I want to salute him. But you know me, I got to be honest. I actually scored the fight for Teofimo Lopez. I scored the fight 115-112 for Teofimo Lopez, and I want to break that down a little bit. In the first round, Teofimo Lopez came out and was hitting George Kambosos with some powerful shots. He had George Kambosos on the run. And with 20 seconds left in the first round, that's when Kambosos hit him with one punch and dropped him. How can you score that at 10-8 round? He lost. 2 minutes and 40 seconds of that round. He landed one punch and he dropped Teo. Yes. So that makes it a 10-9 round. And that's how you're supposed to score the fight, because he lost. And he wasn't just losing to that point. He was getting whooped by Teofimo Lopez. And I think everyone would admit Teo was on his way to winning the first round. So when he got dropped with that one punch, which was a flash knockdown, by the way, if you look at Kambosos, when he went down, he was more hurt than Teo was when he went down in the first round. So if you look at Teo, he got knocked down because he was being reckless and he got caught with a clean shot. He got up. He wasn't necessarily hurt. And that happened with 20 seconds left in the round. How can you score that at 10-8 round? Teo was clearly winning the round up until he got knocked down. So it should be a 10-9 round for Kambosos. So that's why my score was 115, 112 for Teo. If I would have scored it a 10-8 round, then my score would have been 114, 113, which is what one of the judges had for Teo. But for me, if you follow the letter of the law and you follow the rules of boxing, you're supposed to score that first round 10-9 because Teo was winning. He landed the cleanest shots. He was winning the majority of the round. He got dropped with one punch, and it was a flash knockdown. If Teo was on his way out and he was hurt, that would be different. But it was a flash knockdown. So for me, that was a 10-9 round in favor of Kambosos. So as the fight progressed, I thought Kambosos was getting the better of Teo at times. And for me, it was a seesaw battle. But I do think Teofimo Lopez was a victim of his expectations. 13-1 favorite. So when he was in a close fight, people were giving these rounds to Kambosos because they were shocked he was even competing with Teofimo Lopez. But the way I was raised and what I'm taught is, the champion's supposed to get the benefit of the doubt. The champion's supposed to get the swing rounds. The champion's supposed to get the close rounds. Teofimo Lopez was the one who went and beat Vasily Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez was the one who gathered the belts. So when it's a close, Teofimo Lopez beat Richard Comey, took the belt, then went and beat Vasily Lomachenko, took the belts. So close rounds to me, when it's the so-called swing round, you give it to the champion. You gotta beat the champion definitively. And although everyone's saying like Kambosos, I'm not certain. That wasn't a definitive. It was a split decision. Salute to him. But I think if you follow the letter of the law, I don't know. Like, I feel like most people were giving Kambosos every close round, mainly because Teo came out cocky. And a lot of it's Teo's own doing. Teo was talking cocky. He came out cocky. He presented himself in a way in which Kambosos was able to win over the crowd because of the way he presented himself. It was as if he never wanted to respect or acknowledge the skill of Kambosos. And that goes to even after, and we'll get into that. So starting with the first round, it was, I want to say, it was a shocking eye-opener for Teofimo Lopez because he threw a lot of what he had in that first round, and he couldn't drop Kambosos. He couldn't deter Kambosos. He couldn't shake Kambosos. But the cherry on top for Kambosos was that he dropped Teo. And he sent a message to Teo that it's not going to go that way. And Teo still tried. He still went after him. And every time Kambosos would answer. And that started to eat at Teo's confidence. And Teo finally settled in about midway through the fight. That's when Teo started doing some of his best work. Midway through the fight, Teo settled in and realized that this is going to be one of those fights where I'm going to have to be in it for the long haul. I'm going to have to use my skill. But by then, he already emptied half his tank trying to knock out Kambosos. So he was a step behind. He was a step slow. And he didn't have the stamina to finish. In the 10th, when he actually hurt Kambosos, he dropped Kambosos. It was his time to jump on him. It was his time to take him out. But he didn't have the stamina to go for the finish because he left it all in the first round where he actually got dropped. It was just poor execution, poor game plan. I don't know what Teofimo Lopez was thinking. You can't let someone take you out of your zone. I've seen it get personal. For me, technically, and a lot of other things, Floyd Mayweather's the best. I've seen Floyd get into heated arguments with people, heated exchanges. When the fight starts, you can never get him in the slugfest. He knows what it is. That's your best chance of winning. And everyone's talking about what Kambosos did in the ring. To me, the greatest thing Kambosos did was he took Teofimo Lopez out of his element mentally before the bell even rung. To the point where Teofimo Lopez was like, throw game plans out the window. I'm just trying to hurt him. And Kambosos answered everything. So I want to say I thought it was a close fight. It could go to Kambosos, and it did. I'm immediately saying that I gave close rounds to Teo because he is the champion, and that's the way I score it. But it could go either way. There's no robbery. Kambosos deserved it. Salute to Australia. Salute to Greece. Kambosos is a dog. He's a warrior. He went in there and he did what he had to do. But I did score it for Teo for those reasons. However, that's no robbery. And Kambosos went and he did his thing. I think Teo has a lot to learn from this fight. Mainly, you don't underestimate any opponent, because at that level, anyone can beat you. One mistake, anyone can beat you. And you made not just one mistake, but numerous mistakes, and it cost you the title. So that's the one thing he needs to learn. The other thing he needs to learn is that regardless of the situation, regardless of if it's personal or not, you maintain your composure. I will cite Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez. Canelo didn't go in there reckless. He waited for the perfect moment, landed the perfect shots, and then he made his statement. That's how you do it. You don't do it. And I'm sure Canelo felt like he could probably do it from round one, but he knew he was in there with a world-class fighter. I think Teo has a lot to learn, and we got a lot to unpack, and I'll get into more of that in the next segments. All right, go ahead.
Almost forgot to add. Quote of the night: F this mother effer up already. This is the advice we get from your corner, and this is a later round too. I'm like,
we're gonna get into that. But Trill, you could take us home for now. Salute Kambosos.
Salute to Kambosos. Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We have a surprise. It's a surprise that's out today, right now. It's the Brothers EP. Go check that out. We are the Boxing Bros, and we're just getting started.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.